Hello everybody and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Where we left off, we looked at all of Soren's bond conversations, and if you missed the last part, there was some missing, just because I have the other characters, like, Vale and Jade and such, as my main team, so they'll be in a later part. And today, we are going to look at all of Ike's bond conversations, starting with Old Man Vander.
What can I do? I do not like sitting idle.
If there is a battle, I will let you know. Until such a time, you should relax.
Don't tell my boy what to do.
Did I just see you smile?
You needn't be surprised. I have been known to smile from time to time.
The way you're built, you must have been quite the fighter in your day.
I have trained hard to stay in shape during my years of service to Queen Lumera, and I'll be long retired before I begin lagging behind you youngsters.
I'm not a youngster. Oh, wait. I understand. Still, if we get the chance, I'd like to spar.
And with that, that is the last we will see of Vander in my playthrough.
As a servant of the Divine Dragon, are you okay with fighting beside me instead?
There's no concern. Serving with you is a high honor indeed, Lord Ike.
Yeah, you got that right.
Lord Ike, are you going off to train now?
I've been training since I was a kid. It's a habit, and if I don't do it, I just can't relax.
Say, Lord Ike, would it be okay with you if I came along to today's training session?
Feel free, but can you keep up physically? I don't want to hurt you.
Of course. I want to get stronger so I can help everyone who needs me.
All right then. Let's see if you can keep up until the end.
I will take any option to increase that counter down there, because I think we are close to 150, I think. And thankfully Lapis's bear counter ended at 51, so at least Lapis got past 50. And I think at one point I put in like a joking bear counter ad because someone else said bear unrelated to Lapis, so even if you take that out, it still ended at 50, so thank you, Lapis.
So, you're the emblem from Solm's Ring, huh? Gotta say, those are some world-class muscles.
World class? That's the first time I've heard that one.
Say, can you teach me how to get muscles like those?
Trust me, he needs them. You're a fucking stick.
There's not much to teach. Train every day and eat meat. I don't know that it helps, but I like it.
Feels like I bulked up a ton after all the fights we've been through. What do you think?
If you did, I haven't noticed. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. I really like your bluntness.
You and everyone else. Because he actually has personality instead of just your generic, whatever the opposite of Gary Sue. Outside of your generic Gary Sue, he has personality.
Well, my friends keep telling me I should be more considerate. Glad it's not a problem. You look pretty stern there. Brushing up on your tactics?
No, I'm reading The Tale of a Knight. It's pretty inspiring stuff.
Isn't that the same book I saw you reading last time? Don't you get tired of it?
Nah, it's a classic for a reason. If you're interested, I could read it to you.
No.
You seemed lost earlier. What's your plan if we have to fight in a forest?
That's no problem. I'll just follow my friends. Although if I lose track of them too. Guess I'll just deal with it when it happens.
And if we get surrounded, maybe you'd better stick close to me.
No.
What lovely weather we're having today. If only I could remain here and gaze at the skies.
Sounds nice. Too bad every day can't be like this.
Tell me, Ike, what do you think of enforcing peace through battle?
I think there are some people who want to fight. I don't feel bad giving it to them.
And that makes him beating up Radiant Dawn bosses all the more special.
More training today, Princess? You're pretty committed.
There are times when bloodshed is necessary to protect one's people. When those times come, I cannot stand by and leave this dirty business to our soldiers.
A princess on the front line, huh? You're not the first I've known. Your subjects must love you.
Oh, I miss Valencia.
Out of curiosity, Ike, does it move you to see a group socializing in harmony?
Huh? I like it when people get along, if that's what you mean.
Now, who should I pair you with were I to plan a social engagement? Perhaps Prince Alfred?
First of all, he already has a boyfriend. He has two of them. A cat and Soren. And second of all, if you're going to pair him with anyone, why Walmart Dimitri? That's insulting him to his face. Also, a friend of mine says that they hear Dan Avidan from Game Grumps and Ninja Sex Party when they hear Lewis. I don't hear it. I don't hear Dan.
Yeah, he's an interesting one. I wouldn't mind going head-to-head with him.
Right after I make the boyfriend joke.
I suppose not everything in this world can go entirely to plan.
Problems, Louis?
I tried my utmost to keep my people watching discreet, but my friends spotted me regardless.
That sounds weird. But if you care about being discreet, I can tell you about a spy I once knew.
That is the third reference to Volk. Now, Ike, you remember you had more friends than Volk, right? You know, you had like 9 Grail mercenaries, and you didn't even make reference to Gatry once. Or some people say Gotry. You didn't make reference to Gatry once when you were talking to this knight over here who likes to watch people, specifically women. And you didn't make reference to the man who would hit on anything in a skirt. But no, he reminds you of Volk. Sure.
I didn't notice in battle, but emblems are pretty big up close.
That's not an emblem thing. I'm just huge.
Huge.
You must be some kid to be a doctor already.
My age won't matter to a patient. I want to be a great doctor, and there's no time to waste.
My age won't matter to a patient. That's just factually wrong. Most people, when they see their doctor being a literal child, will be immensely scared for their life. You could be the best doctor in the world, but because you are a small child, people will not be calm. They will be very worried. You need to... I have no doubt that you'll be a great doctor, but you're still a small child. When the older you get, the less people will be scared for their safety. It's nothing against you, it has to do with your age.
How come you're always paying so much attention to me, Ike?
I just respect anyone who can treat wounds. If it bothers you, I'll stop.
Oh, it's no bother. I just get a little self-conscious about it, that's all.
You know what it is? My little sis was a healer. I guess you remind me of her a bit.
Hey look, you can be reminded of someone who's not Volk.
Now there's a kid running around selling stuff?
Not stuff, but the finest of wares. Take a good look and maybe you'll see something you like.
Got a minute, Anna? I might be in the market for something.
Hey, it's not Anna, it's Lady Anna between friends. Call me lady or keep your mouth shut.
No! You don't get to say that shit to Ike. You are a child! Fuck off!
I saw it! You have no chance.
My loss, but your gain. I found a pretty gem and I'm thinking of having a festival to celebrate it. Are you in?
Sorry, you're having a festival to celebrate what exactly?
Ike, I need people to put this thing together. If you don't help, I'm gonna cry.
Good.
Okay, I'll do whatever you need, just don't cry.
At least he didn't call her lady. Gosh, I don't like you. I am completely indifferent when you are a grown adult. You're not my favorite, I don't dislike you. Complete indifference. But you in this game, I don't like you. I don't like that you're voiced by Monica Ryle, and I don't like that you're a child. We could put wedding rings on people I mean, friendship rings. And you're one of the reasons why it's not marriage and it's friendship. Why are you a child? Why are you voiced by Monica Ryle? Why are you obsessed with people calling you lady when you are a child? I should also point out, because I forgot to mention it for the other fuckers, this is the last we will see in my playthrough of Walmart Dimitri, Doucheron, Saline, Lewis, Jean, fuck you, and the rest of the people. I haven't dealt with these people yet, but this will be the last you see of them in my playthrough.
Do you have a minute to talk, Alchrist?
Wow, you remembered my name. Thank you for giving me such a high compliment, Lord Ike.
You really helped me in that last battle, Alchrist. Thank you.
No need to thank me. It would be unforgivable for a waste like me to not fully protect you.
Still in a bad mood, by the way. First of all, you're not a waste. And how can you protect a non-corporeal being? Ike is already dead. He is a spirit in a ring. So how can you protect someone who has already died, sir?
Your skills are impressive, but you have no confidence to match. I'm confused.
It's almost as if he reminds you of another small child in your army. Someone who constantly whines.
I apologize, Lord Ike. If you compare me to my stronger brother, it may become clear.
I had a similar problem looking up to my father. You are strong, Alchrist. Try to remember that.
Thank you, Ike. I'm not sure why, but you make me think that's actually possible.
You have such spirit, Ike. You're a true hero. Would you be willing to train me in combat?
I usually train alone. I might not be the best teacher, but I'll do what I can.
They say that a good smile is contagious, you know. You should try smiling more often.
Okay, Dev Dan.
Okay, I'll try that sometime.
I enjoy your company, Ike. You must let me treat you to something. What would you like?
Nothing particular comes to mind.
It can be anything. The sky is the limit.
In that case, I suppose you could help me practice smiling.
Really?
The rumors of a powerful emblem in Solm were no joke. You're impressive on the battlefield.
Thanks, but I'm just another soldier. I've had a bit more training than others, that's all.
You use some impressive sword techniques, Ike. Would you be willing to teach me?
I learned them from my father. I can teach them to you, but they'll be hard to master.
Improving my kingdom, surpassing my father as king. I'm not sure I can actually do all of that.
Don't worry about can or can't. You just have to do it.
So in other words, do or do not, there is no try.
That's what dedicated training is for, right? To make sure you reach your goals?
That's exactly right. I like talking to you, Ike.
So does everyone.
I'm Amber, the alpaca wrangling master. I'm a hero like you. We're gonna make a great team.
I'm no hero, but I do look forward to fighting alongside you. Alpaca master? Say, Amber, how does alpaca meat taste? Is it any good?
What? Alpacas aren't food. They're only for cuddling and being best friends. I heard a legend about a golden fleeced alpaca. Let's go find it, Ike.
Thank you for pointing that out. Let it be known that if I did not use Lapis on my team and instead I used Amber, instead of the bear count, there would have been an alpaca count.
Okay, but where? Do you have any clues we could start with?
Alpacas live on mountains. If we search every mountain, top to bottom, we'll find it for sure.
Oh, so it's going to be a long trip.
For something he doesn't give a shit about.
I studied you in our last battle, Ike. Your sword technique is unusual, but it has great power.
Thanks. My father taught me everything I know.
Well, your father and Stefan taught you everything that you know.
Ike, I have not seen you since our last battle. Where have you been, my dear friend?
Also, the Black Knight has trained him in everything that he knows. But considering this Ike seems to be mostly making Path of Radiance references, I don't know if we should count his training for those two, or for the Black Knight. But Stefana teaches him in Path of Radiance. Also, Intelligent Systems, since you're referencing Path of Radiance Ike, why are you using Radiant Dawn Ike? That doesn't make any sense.
Dear friend, huh? Guess there are worse things you could call me.
You commanded many mercenaries, yes? They must have been very strong.
Yeah, we had a mage who could command the winds, a sniper with godlike aim. Strong folks.
You mentioned people that are not Volk. First of all, we had a mage who could command the winds. He's talking about Soren. A sniper with godlike aim. He's referring to Shinon, who is a notorious racist in his game.
If you are saying it, then they must have been. Will you tell me about all of your fighters?
Yes, Ike. Please make, no sarcasm, please make more references to your previous friends that are not just Volk. They're gonna end the conversation here, aren't they? They're gonna end it right here.
Sure. I'll start with an advisor I had. One of the toughest people I've ever known.
Soren reference number 2.
You keep busy, don't you?
Indeed. My various pursuits provide me with a sense of purpose. Another child fled from the sight of me today.
For the record, I fully expect to have Volk reference number 4 within this within these next 2 conversations.
I've dealt with a few such reactions myself. How about you try being a bit more friendly?
You are from another world, are you not, Ike? What did you do for your livelihood there?
I ran a mercenary company. Our jobs took us all over the continent.
How fascinating. Boredom must have been the least of your concerns.
Yeah, we had a lot of tough scrapes. Way too much danger to get bored.
Really? This is when you don't reference Volk. Okay.
Gotta say, it's strange to think someone as serious as you spent all that time in our castle.
Huh. Wasn't strange to me. I used to travel with these mercenaries. It felt a lot like that.
You know, in general, you are as cool as they get. But in battle, you are extra cool.
I'm not any kind of expert on cool, but if I had to guess, I'd wager you're the real king of cool.
No.
We've met so many new people, and yet we've gone so long without a party. Boring, right?
This isn't a time for parties. Once there's peace, then you can throw your parties or whatever.
My parties? Please, you are not getting out of this. You will be getting a raging welcome party.
Better serve some amazing meat dishes then. I can't eat them, but I'll enjoy smelling them.
How does smell work when taste doesn't?
Lord Ike! Did you come to pray? Why don't you join me? The more the merrier.
I just came to listen, but, I guess a prayer every once in a while can't hurt. So, churches in this world are pretty over the top, huh?
Oh, well, I just remodeled this one to be super snazzy. Too bad they can't all be like this.
Yeah, maybe church will be entertaining then, and not a complete waste of time.
Lord Ike, what's up with folks always wanting to go to war? Me, I'm wishing hard for peace.
Everyone has their own reason. And the truth is, wishing for peace won't make it a reality. Look at us. We're at war to restore peace, right? But don't worry. I'll be with you the whole way.
Those are some wise words, Lord Ike. I, for one, am ready to follow wherever you lead.
Ike, your strength is like a fine cut of meat. I just wish I could eat it to absorb your qualities.
I can't tell if that's a compliment or a joke.
Ike, I'm quite curious. What type of food do you most enjoy?
Well, I'm an emblem, so no food for me. But in my world, I was all about those meat dishes. Uh-oh, that look on your face means something's up. What's going on, Bunet?
I am attempting to create a meat dish that will satisfy you, but I fear it is challenging.
Well, yes, of course it's challenging. He cannot eat it. Were you not paying attention to your previous encounter with him?
Bune, like I told you before, I'm an emblem. Emblems can't eat.
That's why I'm creating a dish that doesn't have to be eaten to be satisfying, especially for you.
Also, I'm noticing a trend here. Ike, in his games, has a companion who is a knight who can also cook. Conveniently, he did not reference said person. And that unit is a lot more usable and likable than you. I don't know what class you're supposed to be, but on my second playthrough, you're a piece of shit. You get, like, no kills. I'm at end game, essentially, and I still have to give you pity kills for you to be the least bit useful. I don't like you.
Because of your work guarding the ring, I was summoned safely. You have my sincere thanks.
Forget the formalities. You spent all that time hanging out at the castle. You're like family.
Something smells good.
I'm grilling up some meat. Oh, I hope you enjoy the smells, even if you can't eat it.
Oh, yes he does.
Say, Ike, what sort of stuff does a band of mercenaries get up to usually?
All kinds. Stopping bandits, saving villages. A queen once asked us to defeat some invaders.
Man just summarized his entire game as Queen asked us to defeat some invaders. He just summarized Path of Radiance in a statement.
I love it! Sounds like you were a band of heroes, more like.
I don't know about that. We just couldn't stand to walk away when people were in trouble.
Soren says no.
Say, Ike, you haven't seen anyone around here more adorable than me, have you?
So you took the conversation you had with Ike and you copy-pasted it to Soren. Because I did this yesterday, where I went through everything that's cuter than her. And it's just a synonym for what she has here. I can make a 10-hour long video with things that are more cuter and more adorable than you will ever be. By gosh, is your voice irritating to the ears. Thankfully, this is the last conversation. Well, this and the next one is the next conversation I will ever hear on this playthrough from this squeaky-voiced annoyance.
I'm not a great judge of that sort of thing. Your work ethic's impressive, though.
When all this is over, I hope we can rebuild Illusia.
It won't ever be exactly like it was, but the sooner we bring peace to the world, the sooner we can get a fresh start.
Know what? You're right. I'm gonna give it everything I got, Ike. You'll see.
And with that, we can finally say goodbye to Squeaky Voice. For my playthrough, I'm still going to have other rounds where I use her in various playthroughs annoyingly, but for my video recorded playthrough, that's the last we will see of you.
Ike, you should not go outside today. Your fortune, it doesn't look good.
So you're a dancer and a fortune teller? Those are some good skills to have.
I noticed you've been watching me dance. I'm a bit surprised. Have you taken a liking to it?
I guess I have. It's beautiful, and I appreciate the years of discipline it takes to move like that.
Your desire to improve yourself is impressive. You are already strong, yet try to be stronger.
By the way, yes, I know this was 2 supports ago. Fortune telling is a scam. All they do is say the most generic shit, and on the off chance that it applies to you, they're like, great, my bullshit worked. Like, they'll say shit like, great fortune is gonna come your way. And then 10 minutes later, you'll find like $1 on the ground, and you'll be like, oh boy, my fortune was right! Fortune telling is a joke. It's a waste.
That's nice to hear, but I still have a long way to go before I reach my goal. What I want is to be stronger than my father. My late father. But I'm still not there.
Ah, I understand. I very much hope, one day, to surpass my late master's dancing skills as well.
I had my eye on you in that last battle, Rosado. You're a skilled fighter.
You watched me all that time, and your only comment is about my fighting?
Yes, he doesn't care about cute shit.
Know what I admire about you, Ike? You're the same way with everyone. You never pretend.
Nice way to say I've got no manners. I was never any good at that sort of thing.
Nah, you got manners. You're quite nice to the Legoos.
How is it so easy for you to just treat everyone the same? What's your secret?
It's called respect. It's not hard.
I've seen how some raise themselves high, while others get swept aside. It's nonsense. Those who think they're better than others and want other races in their place.
You're totally right. I wish everyone could see the world that way.
What was that noise? Are we under attack?
Oh, the thunder spell just now. That was me doing a little cooking.
I will still never like you. Nor will I ever forgive you. We should have recruited the pretty lady instead of this old fart. I don't care how funny you are or not. You should have been the one that was not recruitable. You old fart.
Magic has many subtleties. The more you learn, the more uses you can find for it.
People come up with new sword techniques all the time, too. There's never a dull moment.
Dish.
Why is mankind doomed to make mistake after mistake?
I hear you, but people aren't perfect. Mistakes are how we learn.
This is why I hate the phrase, live your life with no regrets. 'Cause you learn from your fucking regrets.
I see your point. If only what we learned was always for good.
That's where you and me come in. Me with my sword, and you with your pen. You sizing me up or something?
No need to put your guard up. I just thought we might be alike.
And you're not going to go into more detail, are you?
So your father's the one who taught you to handle a sword.
Best gift he ever gave me. A true master of his techniques would be near unstoppable.
You're always looking to be the strongest. What's behind that, I wonder?
Nothing but the obvious. I want to see how far I can go. You're the same way, aren't you, Saphir?
Suppose I am. I like you, Ike. I feel like we understand each other.
Everyone likes Ike.
A strange feeling. Fighting together with a former enemy.
Yesterday's enemy is today's friend. It happens a lot more than you'd think.
Especially with this series, yes.
I am disgusted at my own incompetence. I hold no value save as a combatant in this war.
If that's how you feel, then try to learn skills valuable outside of war. This is the time for it.
A smile has returned to Lady Vale's face. Soon, my duty will come to an end.
You believe you've been by her side because it's your duty? No. You chose to stand there. You need Vale as much as she needs you. Shouldn't you see this through to the end?
Agreed. Begrudgingly. If I can find forgiveness, I will stand by her side until my life is done.
I can't say it. I can't say it, because technically you could watch this video without being super far into... No, wait, I can fucking say it, because if you got to this point in the video, you know you're recruitable, and you know what happens. It should have been Marnie. You should have died, and Marnie should have lived. And we should have gotten Walmart Mavier for the DLC, and not Walmart Marnie. Fuck you.
You're Ike, right? You're the emblem everyone calls a hero. I've heard a lot about you.
I'm no hero. I'm just a simple mercenary. Celestia, are you eating well? You'll need that energy when push comes to shove.
I've lived so long I forget these things. What should I have? How do you feel about meat?
That is a look of, I regret asking this question. But he loves meat, if there's one thing I've learned throughout this entire game.
I heard you led a group of mercenaries. You must have had some rough times as the leader.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Though some of my friends struggled more than I did. I've just been following the path I believe in. They're the reason I've been able to do that.
You truly care for your friends, don't you? If we're together, Ike, I feel like I can keep fighting.
Thank you, Patrine.
Hey, guy in the headband. That battle was pretty awesome.
Headband? Oh, this. You can call me Ike.
Well, that was a very useful conversation. Glad that they paid professional voice actors to say that.
Thanks for saving me earlier. If you hadn't been there, I would have been in trouble.
Don't mention it. Though I would have thought you'd be fine on your own.
Yeah, Grizz.
I really hate fighting. I've had enough pain and fear to last me a lifetime.
But you still take to the battlefield. That alone shows great courage and determination.
Not really. I only fight because I have to. After all, I'm just a coward with nothing else to offer.
That's not true at all. You're a worthy ally, and I'll be depending on you to the end.
I saw you, Angie. I saw you being very angry for a moment.
Your performance was impressive in the last battle, Ike. I would say you are quite strong.
I prefer to say I'm always looking to get stronger.
Okay, Goku. But Ike is actually likable, so maybe he's not Goku.
Spar with me, Ike. I wish to see the source of your strength, if you will indulge me.
I'm not sure how you plan to see that from sparring, but sure, let's do it.
Let's do it.
You say you are always looking to be stronger. I wonder what you will do with that strength.
No grand plans, other than to protect the people I care about. I've seen enough grief and loss. I don't want to see any more.
Perhaps that compassion is the root of your power. I will try to learn from your example.
I had heard you are the strongest of all the emblems. Frankly, I remain unconvinced.
That's quite the greeting. I guess I appreciate the honesty. Well, what do you think? Do I seem strong to you yet?
I will admit your aid was helpful. Perhaps, of the two of us, we can say you are second strongest.
Damn. Alright, I wasn't expecting that. I gotta admit. That was nice. I genuinely did not see that coming.
It seems you've been training in secret lately.
Training? Why on earth would I need to train? I have merely been exercising to kill time.
Not the most forthcoming, are you? You remind me of this archer I used to know.
Second Shinon reference.
If you have ample time to wag your chin, then you can afford to kill some of it with me.
The way you handled yourself in battle tells me you're well trained.
I never miss a day of training. My parents were excellent knights. I want to make them proud.
Before we continue the conversation with Walmart Marnie, I want to give Clan the proper send-off he deserves. Farewell, you little shit.
You possess incredible strength. What training regimen did you use to get so powerful?
The same as you. I trained single-mindedly, always hoping to catch up to my father. You've been fighting recklessly. Did something happen? You can talk to me if you want.
I guess I got carried away, rushing to become an exceptional knight as fast as I can.
Don't try to overreach. What's important is doing what you can to the best of your ability.
What you say is true. If it's all right with you, please be my instructor from now on.
Adorable. And with that, we can say goodbye to every character that was not on my main team. Now, the reason I wanted to do these two side videos of Ike and Soren is because they are references to my, well, not references, but they are characters from my two favorite games of all time. And I wanted to see if either of these two would make reference to Ileana for the third time. Because we have her actual reference in Ike's Paralog chapter, and we have the extra Ileana ring if you use the gacha system for Ike. So I was wondering if there was going to be a third reference for her in the form of either of these two characters. Unfortunately, there was not, and Ike just had a hard-on for referencing Volk. He almost did it 4 times, and there's so many characters in his 2 games, even though he was, I think, just referencing Path of Radiance the whole time. There's so many characters that he could have referenced. And even when he was talking to characters that were similar, like Louis and Zelkov, he didn't mention, and Bonet, he didn't reference the characters that I thought he was going to mention. So, with a send-off of all of these characters that have not been on my main team. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in Panette's part. We have 3 videos left. We have Panette, Vale, and then my wife, Jade. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in Panette's part. Jackass, out!